What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, as promised, I will be watching, reviewing, reacting all the videos you guys submitted to me on Instagram. Posted a story a couple weeks ago. A lot of people ask me like, yo, can I show you my planche? Can I show you my form? Etc. This is what we're gonna do. DM me your videos. So I'm gonna do that today. I think to make it a little fun, I might come up with some sort of a ranking system. I don't want to shit on anyone, so I'm not gonna make a tier list, but I will kind of let you know, like, okay, you're still in the beginner stage right here, or like maybe this more intermediate, advanced, and then finally pro. And if anyone elite sent me a video, well then that's awesome, bro. I'll just glaze you. That said, I've never done something like this before, so God knows how it's gonna go. All right, first person up, we have Gregarius SW. How's my straddle planche? Would appreciate if you can give this reel a like. Hold on there. Let's see what your straddle planche is saying first. Okay. Push-ups. Okay. Push-ups. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna give you my advice. Okay, that's not terrible, bro. Your line is pretty good. Okay. Ooh, no, that was not good at the end, bro. Okay, Gregarius, my brother. You maintain a good shape, but you lack elevation, okay? That's my biggest advice on all of your planching. And you see it get kind of progressively worse, so to speak. It's not bad. Like, your arms are locked out. It's a good advanced tuck. The back is still holding now, but the height, you can see it in your serratus right here, is lacking. And that's why it's hard for you to press. So see here, like right here, you've lost your height completely. Your press is coming entirely from like your legs and your low back, and you're just kind of maintaining yourself as much as you can with your shoulders because they're strong. Yeah, and then you're kind of just worming your way up. No disrespect. It's just the term I use for that. It's not a bad way to train and put stress on your system and kind of get better at pressing. Right here, your height is still good. And look in a fraction of a second how it's going to go down. Boom. See that? See that? You fell into your wrists. You lost the height in your back. That's, in terms of power, of elevation, that's probably one of the biggest things you're lacking. I can see because your line is good, your shoulders are strong, you kind of proprioceptively, you kind of get it, but that elevation is what you're missing, brother. So the fact that you could, oh, look at that, you got a little cut in there. That's not the same clip, is it? I thought you were gonna, you got me, bro. But yeah, look, like you worm your way up to a press. That's not terrible, you're good. But when you come down, bro, it's like you cannot maintain any elevation, and that is not good. Like that right there, you can get hurt doing that. So I would prefer, if I were you, to come down to a tuck. Like come down in a straddle and then tuck your legs and regain your elevation. Like I would say your strength is advanced, but your proprioception, like your technique is not. And for that reason, I'm gonna put it in the intermediate, good job, you still got some work to do section, okay? So yeah, bro, thanks for submitting the video. Here you go, boom, you get a like. All right, we move on. Lucas. Ooh, okay. All right, solid. So, nice. That was nice, bro. Obviously, there's some compensations here. Not the same issues we had earlier. I feel like Lucas really does have that elevation, but in this first clip, the PPT is just not there. The retroversion with the hips, the pelvis, it's just not there. But that's not because he doesn't know. Watch this one. Right here, boom. See, he does it. So it doesn't mean that bro doesn't know how to do it. It's just that when you pop into that retroversion, let me show you something. Imagine this is your body, this is your head, and this is your feet. Your arms are touching the center and you're in a planche. When you're straight and fully extended, like everything's done right, your feet and your head are the furthest away from the center. But when you like don't PPT your hips. You round your hips a little bit, right? What happens is your feet get closer to your head and they both get closer to the center, which because of the leverage makes the move easier. Like the lever just gets shorter. So sometimes even if you know you have to PPT, even if you know you have to fully extend and have your hips in a certain way, when you're not strong enough to do it yet, you compensate by like bowing, by bending like that a little bit, right? As long as you know that the compensation is because you're trying to get more time under tension and get stronger and then fix it, then you're good. I'm gonna put this in the advanced category. I wouldn't say pro yet because there's no pushing or pressing or anything like that. It's just holds where the form is starting to get real nice and we're seeing that there's potential for like good stuff. Good job, bro. Keep going. All right, bro. Osmel, big fan of you. Keep going. But with your chat, I learned English. Hey, my guy. All right, bro. Let's give you some feedback. Osmel. Ooh. Okay. Biggest advice I can give you, bro, right? You're rushing, bro. You just going straight to planche. It's not a perfect form. And then you going down into push-ups and you spamming push-ups as hard as you can. Your feet are hitting the floor. You're using the bounce, the momentum and everything. It's like you're checking the boxes like, okay, planche, push up, back up, check, press, check. But I think you're compromising too much the form and it's not creating enough tension. And if you don't create enough tension and time under tension, you're not gonna progress. Look, bro, let me explain something to you. Imagine that there is a spectrum from strong as fuck to efficient as fuck. Like you have all the efficient techniques and shortcuts, okay? Imagine this is the spectrum, right? You want to be both. You want to be strong and efficient. Meet in the middle, and that's when you're like, can be the best. That's when you have people like Calisthenics or Elias or your favorite athletes, right? Some of our favorite athletes are a lot more like strong as fuck and less efficient, so you see them do less volume, less crazy shit, but they're so strong in their force production and everything is just clean and everything. And then some of our favorite athletes are very efficient. They're strong, but they're even more efficient. So they can go fast, pop, transitions, and then whoop, when they need to use strength, they rely on it, right? And we all fall somewhere on that spectrum depending on our goal and depending on what we're trying to do. For you, in your case, bro, I would say that you're so much on the side of efficiency. Like you found how to bounce into push-ups, you found how to block and then bend your back to press. So it's a good thing because when you build the like solid, pure strength, you're gonna be so good. Because even the people that get super strong, if they're not efficient, there's a limit. At some point, there's gonna be a limit. But then you see people like Rama, for example, who's very efficient in his movement and very strong, and the sky is the limit. Bro can do 10, 10, 10, 10, you know? So this is the biggest advice I can give to you, bro, is try to make things a little less efficient, if anything. Like make your dead stop a little longer. Make your push-ups a little harder. Do less, but with more tension. So you can build time under tension and build strength. I hope that makes sense. It's a weird tip, but I swear to you, bro, it's the tip that you need. I'm very hesitant to put it between intermediate and advanced. If you had shown me more like holds, like just more control, I would instantly put you in advanced. But in terms of control, it's intermediate. In terms of like the actual combination and movements you're doing, it is advanced. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in advanced because you're doing push-ups and presses. But my honest opinion is if there's no control, it's very hard to rate. We move on. Dylan, let's see what you sent us, brother. Not bad. Interesting entry, but not terrible. See, your biggest problem, bro, is your hips are too high. You're actually screwing yourself with your entry a little bit. Your butt should be lower, bro. And then you can extend that way that you are. See, because now look, your feet are already high, so it's breaking the angle of how you need to push up. But you're still producing a good form. Okay, so when you do planche push-ups, right? Your arms are down. Fuck. Okay, so right now, you're going here and you're pushing back like this, but because your feet are high, that's working for you. And then at the end, you're kind of recatching the planche almost like a negative. Instead, you need to learn how to push like this, downwards, in this trajectory, always, so that your body is moving correctly. It's not like your feet are up and then you're doing push-ups like this, like almost like semi handstand push-ups, and then at the end you go all the way up and catch it like a negative. I think that the reason why this is all happening is because your entry, you have high hips, and automatically your planche is high, so the trajectory of your push-ups is different. That's the domino that makes all the other dominoes fall. For you, I'll say definitely advanced, bro. Like, your form is nice, you're strong, you're doing push-ups. Your push-ups aren't optimized, there's no press after them and stuff like that, so I'm not gonna put it in like pro, but definitely that shit's advanced, man, and good job, bro. Alright guys, we did it. We have ads on the channel. Okay, so as a lot of you guys may know, I recently had a birthday. I turned 33 years old, so I am officially an old man now. No, I'm kidding, but lately I have been putting a lot more intention into my recovery, especially after long training days. I mean, calisthenics itself doesn't usually bother my knees, but life does. Jiu-jitsu, long days on my feet, traveling, even filming all day. So, I've been using this tool right here, the Noble Knee Massager. It is not your regular massage gun. It is actually designed specifically to fit around your joints. It's super simple to use. You just wrap it around your knee, turn it on. It has a bunch of really cool settings. You can control the vibration. You can control how much heat it produces. It has infrared and red light therapy. Also, by the way, I think this would make a great gift for your parent or grandparent, because I do not know a single fellow old person who doesn't get the occasional knee pain. So if you guys are interested in this knee massager by Noble, check the link in my description, and let's get back to the video. Arhev. I hope I'm saying that right, bro. Let's see what you got. Okay, I see you, dog. Okay. With the band though, is gonna be tough for me to judge accurate.
My sound is accurate.
Okay, your full looks really good, but then, bro, like, I feel like you're rushing the process a little bit, bro. Like, hold the full, then do a push-up, you know? If the hold is tough, then the push-up is not there. And I understand the idea of, like, maybe just wanting to put yourself in the position and feel the tension, but it's not enough time to really build time under tension. Like, you need a certain amount of time. I think you would be better off like doing a nice full, because I can tell from this that you have a good full planche. Like, your full planche, if you focused on it and didn't think about doing a push-up, you'd at least be able to get 3-4 nice seconds. And then from there, you can try to straddle and then do a good push-up. That's gonna give you way more time under tension than what you're trying to do now. What you're trying to do now is more like, I want to feel good about myself type beat, you know, which is not a terrible thing to do every once in a while, but is it the best for training? I don't think so. For your front lever clip, it's hard to say, my brother, because you got the band on. I mean, it looks good. See, I'm looking over there in the mirror. I used to put the band like this, and then my friend who's really strong at front, Elias, was like, bro, just put it under your butt, because that kind of messes with the weight distribution a little bit, and how you can press into the band with your feet is maybe not so realistic. So looks good. It's hard to give advice when the band is on, bro, but good job, bro. I'm glad you enjoy the channel. Look, from what I can see only, which is not a lot, I'm gonna put your push level in advanced and your pull level in intermediate. That's not beginner. And it just looks like you know what you're doing. Good job, brother. We move on. All right. Guy. Am I saying it right? My guy. Fuck yeah, let's do that. Whoa. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so I guess the point of this video is to critique with the purpose of constructive criticism. So that's what we're gonna do. Well, first we're gonna start by building you up. You're super strong, bro. What? That's definitely like a pro level combo. It's more than advanced, in my opinion. Unless the inflation has gotten out of hand with the calisthenics, but as far as I know, that is pro level. In terms of difficulty of combo, because once you get to that level of combo, it takes strength and it takes efficiency. You need to be really good to do something like this. That's not like a complete mess. Where it goes a little bit sideways, right? Okay, so first push-up, second push-up, third push-up, we start to see, you see how the hip changed? See how we lost that retroversion, we lost that line? Is because he did a dead stop in a beautiful form, 3 push-ups, and then he's not quite strong enough to push back up with that strength and height to regain perfect form. So the body compromises the form a little bit to get the assignment basically done. Which is, dude, I mean, bro, you get the work done. You know, we do what we got to do to get it done, and then we clean it up. So I got nothing to say about that. Same for the press. You know, the body needs what it does. It does what it needs to do. You know, slight opening of the legs, slight bend in the elbow. You're on the perfect track, bro. Like, you're going to get this combo super clean. And then finally, you know, the last one, the last push-up is a little fluky. You know, you kind of caught it and busted it up and just fucking praying to God to hold it. But, man, I mean, it's good, bro. It's good activation. So it gets, like, from good form to bad form, but it never goes to bad activation, which is really good, which means you're safe. You're building time under tension. You're getting stronger. Yeah, there's nothing else to say. Good shit, bro. I will say, like, you're right on the cusp of, like, pro level. I feel like pro category, like, entrance exam is 333, 7.5 out of 10 form. If you can produce that, I'll tell you pretty confidently pro level. But thanks for submitting your video. Much love to you, bro. If I'm not mistaken, you're the person who drew me. Yes, you are. You fucking rock, bro. All right, we move on. Caesar. Let's do pause. Okay, mega ultra pause. But let's do Caesar. Holy shit. What the fuck, bro? Ooh, my guy. Okay. All right, boom. You get a like, dog. You get likes. Holy shit, brother. Elite level pusher incoming. I'm 17 and I started training skills 2 years ago. Jesus Christ, brother. Okay, bro, prime example of new gen fucking savage. I will say, I mean, what is there to critique, bro? You're doing the shit that I want to do, you know what I mean, with the 2 fingers and the transitions. Obviously, like, you're aiming high, so it's tough for you, and you still need to build strength. That's the best way I can critique it, because I'm going through the exact same thing with the exact same skills. Maybe not the 2 finger, but a lot of these transitions on the floor and stuff like that. But just the fact that you train on the floor goes to show a lot about how strong you are. Yeah, I mean, just overall strength. I feel like I can see now, from watching all these videos, I can see now that you're very strong at hold and you're very strong at push, but you're not as strong at press. That's your weak point, I think, in pushing. Look at that, boom. Very sick, almost. Soon you will have it, bro, soon. See right here, I can tell you, maybe the weakest part of your planche is your elevation muscles. But you have a crazy good form, crazy strength in the shoulders. You're probably built for planche from what I can see, bro. You got the build. For the purpose of this video and constructive criticism, the only thing I would say is maybe grind and try hard with your presses, bro. Try to increase your presses, because I feel like you're naturally so good at hold and so good at push that maybe your press will fall behind if you don't put a lot of focus on it. But if you do, you're gonna be so fucking complete in push. So Caesar, nothing to say, bro. This is like at the border of elite level pushing. I would say, like, fix a few details, clean it all up, increase your presses, and this is elite level pushing for sure. Good job, bro. Salute. We move on. Portuguese. All right, let's see, brother. Okay. All right. Definitely something there, brother. So I'm gonna tell you what's not there. Okay, bro? The false grip. It's not false gripping, bro. You're like right here. And you need to be like here, bro. I mean, you can do it without a false grip, but you're just fighting an uphill battle. And you just need to start learning how to false grip early. The sooner you do it, the better you're gonna get at pulling and front, especially. Second, why do you have a bar at your shins, my bro? You don't need to have that bar there. It's limiting you. And I know you don't want to go up, but if you watch my last video on volume work, I prefer that you incline your feet up and keep the body line completely straight instead of breaking at the hips. I think breaking the tension is worse than playing with inclination, personally. As long as it's within reason, obviously. You don't want to be fucking vertical. That is the best tip I would give you, bro. Fix your false grip. Yeet that bar to space. Let your legs go up. You're in that liminal stage, bro, where it's like maybe a few months ago you were an intermediate puller. Today you're knocking at the door of advanced pulling. I feel like once you get your touch, you will be in that section. So that's my advice. That's where I think you're at. And that's 7, but we move on. I'm gonna do one more for you guys. Now off. Let's see what you got, G. No, I'm not doing no banded stuff, bro. Sorry. Oh wow. Damn, you stronger than I thought, bro. Okay. I mean, it's a hard angle. You gave me a hard angle, bro. Which I don't know if you did that on purpose or not, but let's see this one. Oh, this is perfect. Ooh, okay. Good width. Good trajectory on the press. Yeah, alright, you caught that. Okay, you get it. You have the right idea, which is great. It's great to get it. You got volume, so clearly means you got strong shoulders. Alright, so I think this is the best clip to react to because we see everything here. You're super strong, bro. You kind of remind me of like these old school, like the old school strong at calisthenics where we didn't have too much to focus on form and efficiency and it was just pure like this dude is strong. You are that dude. You're strong as fuck. That said, there's definitely stuff to work on. Like if you're trying to reach like elite levels, you're gonna have to fix your elevation and your retroversion. But I mean, ultimately, like all that stuff gets easier to fix when you're strong, but you are strong. So for me, what I see from this video especially is you're trying to go for a lot. You're trying to go for a big combo. But if you just put a little bit less on your plate, I feel like you would be able to produce something cleaner. And I feel like you're, unlike other people, you have time under tension. Like if you can produce like 10 seconds in that form, then you can 100% produce 3-4 seconds like clean. I don't know if you sent me this because this is more like your volume set and not like your clean as fuck set, but it would be nice to see like how you can take this volume that you got and what it looks like when you clean it up. My best advice to you, dude, is just keep building the strength the way that you are. Like you're strong. If anything, just do sessions where you try to convert like all the strength you built into cleaner sets that are shorter, so that you know what quality you can produce when it's time to, you know, to perform. Good job, bro. If I had to rate it, I would say it's pro level in strength, but from what I've seen, it's not pro level in like form. So it's hard to like give it that definitive stamp like pro level. But I mean, it's beastly, bro. You're really, really strong. So keep training. Thanks for submitting your video. Thank you all for submitting your videos. I tried to do as many as I could. If you guys want me to keep going, keep doing more of these, if you gained anything from it, let me know. I love you guys, and I will see you next time.